Welcome to Critique My Query at the Writer Magazine. I'm Marla Miller from marlamiller.com, and I'm going to critique your query. You guys must have heard me out there because I did get a couple of non-fiction query letters, both memoirs. I'm going to read one of them because I think there's a lot to learn from it. I'll read the other as well, but in our next go-round we'll do fiction. But if you have any non-fiction, I'm also interested in expert books. I haven't gotten many of those for a while, and I'm wondering if it isn't emblematic of the times that we're living through. I think that when writers live through tough times, we tend to go to fiction. And boy, I'm getting a lot of fiction. So whatever the reason is, any nonfiction out there, we definitely would love to critique it here because there's a lot to learn from both. Okay, here we go. I want to get to this letter. I will tell you this, that I just did this and it was perfectly fine, and I viewed the video before I was going to send it to Sarah, and I had some schmutz in my teeth from lunch. I mean, I'm confessing that to you so that you know just how vain I am, and it was a perfectly good critique, but I thought there's no way that I can send that with schmutz, so I cleared it out. Okay, aren't you glad I shared that? All right, here we go. Dear Miss Blank, do you know the family that lives in the two-story White House on the corner with a picket fence and the dog? You can't tell from the outside that anything is wrong. Under My Roof, a mother's story of a heinous crime, is a 53,000-word memoir that takes place in the Midwest in the 1970s before Megan's Law. This is a tragedy and a triumphant journey of a mother who is an RN who comes home early from the night shift at the hospital and finds her naked husband in bed with their 9-year-old daughter. Not only how could this happen, but how did a mother let it happen? The National Center for Victims of Crime cites the most common form of child abuse as incest. It is also the most underreported and least discussed crime, concealed by the victims because of guilt, shame, and fear. Every day the newscast reminds us of discovered cases of sexual molestation. The numbers are not shrinking, they are escalating. This week it's the Judds. Blank, a registered nurse, draws on her experience as a mother of a survivor. Blank, published in the Blank Journal of Nursing, was a contributor in a textbook, Blank, self-published 2 children's books, and has won the Blank Writing Award twice. She has spoken in schools to grades 4, 5, and 6 about writing and volunteers at the Blank Healing Center. The foreword is written by a Catholic priest, endorsed by Blank, a co-author The Courage to Heal, and a PhD in psychology, Blank, another name. This story may change the way victims, law enforcement, teachers, teenagers, clergy, and counselors view the mother, who is also a victim. There is no list of character traits or checklists for the perpetrator. Their lure is seduction by affection after gaining trust. Blank offers a list of overlooked grooming behaviors used on her before they had children. The completed manuscript is available upon request. Sincerely. Okay. Yeah, quite a letter, huh? Let me just say that I think that this memoir is one that I certainly hope gets published, because I think that it's a very fresh point of view, and one that is not out there much, and that is, what about the mothers in these cases of incest? So my background is psych nursing, so I know a little bit about this and have dealt with a lot of families who have had who have suffered through this, and so I think that a mother's perspective on this would be just outstanding contribution. Having said that, I think the query needs some work. I'm going to start out paragraph number 1, because we always post it on the site. Under My Roof, a mother's story of a heinous crime. I'm okay. I like the title, but I don't love it, and I'm just wondering if maybe the word incest shouldn't be in there somewhere. So just take a look at that. This author, okay, we're going to do a little nonfiction tutorial here. When you write nonfiction, whether it's a memoir or whether it's a how-to book, you want to have some facts and figures backing up your claim that this book needs to be written. And I think this author does this fairly nicely. She devotes paragraph 2 to that. And I think maybe when she says the numbers are not shrinking, she might want to pop in a few numbers there to show that it's in fact escalating, as she says it is. That's easy to find, and I'm sure that this woman knows how. you know, the fact that she is a nurse, I think, really adds to the cachet of this book, because you know, if it could happen to a registered nurse who has a little bit of knowledge about this part of the human condition, it really can happen to anyone, and it does. Okay, but in paragraph 3, she devotes a lot of time, you know, offering her credentials as a writer, and because none of them have to do with writing this kind of story, I would condense that to one paragraph, to one sentence or two, maybe just one sentence. I don't know that I would put self-published children's books in there. I just don't know that I would. I can't really at this point tell anyone to say that they've written and published self-published books when you're trying to pitch to the industry. I know that there's debate about that, but my own, I don't know, I'm just not there yet. Okay, so, but I do think paragraph 3 can be consolidated, because I think that paragraph 4, and this specifically, King offers a list of overlooked grooming behaviors used on her before they had children. I think that's really where this woman needs to expand. And I just realized that I said the name, but it's such a common name, I think we're fine. But I think that this is where she needs to spend a little bit more of her time pitching. Just what is it? Give us a little something here to let us know that we're going to be reading something that we haven't read before. So I think that needs to be developed more. And then just one other thing. I mean, I really am excited about this project. In paragraph 4, when she says that she has the backing of one co-author of a book about incest, so that's cool. She then adds another name, I guess the other co-author's name. If that co-author is not part of this forward, then I would just delete that, because it's a little confusing. And then the last thing that I want to say, because I don't want to take too much of my time, is this author may not need to pitch this to an agent. There are several publishing houses out there that are exclusively dealing with psychological books, and there's a very fine one up in Northern California. So if this author wants to email me, I'm glad to share that information with her. So she may not even need to go through the pitching to an agent stage. She might be able to pitch this directly to a house that specializes in medical and psychology books. I think that's it for this. I wish this author much luck. I'm just checking. I wish her much luck on this project. I'd love for her to keep me posted on this. And any comments that you have, I'd love to see them on the site. I've been visiting twice a week, and whenever you ask questions, I'm really trying to follow up and answer them. Until the next time, be well and keep writing.